All right, all right, all right. Hello, squad. I'm so excited to see you all. I hope you're doing great. Oh my goodness. Hi, Mom. Thank you. Yes, it's my birthday. Oh my gosh. Deanna, thank you. Hello, hello. Joe, what's up? Joe said, I'll be lurking while I make my oats. Should be a good episode. I think it should be. I have a lot to tell you guys about. Caitlin, hi. Thank you. Jess, thank you, thank you, thank you. Hi, Frugal Mama. Deanna said, we missed you while you were on vacation. I missed you guys too. I'm excited to be back in the swing of things. Jeanette, my road tripping friend, how are you? Thank you, thank you. Yes, absolutely. Don't forget to thumbs up the stream. Thank you. Hi, Emily. Thank you so much. I'm so glad you're here. Oh my goodness. Oh, well, it has been a week. It has been a week. And Sarah, I'm so glad you're here because I was like, I gotta remember to tell Sarah happy birthday. Two Sarahs, same birthday. It's just amazing. A happy birthday to you. I'm so excited. Oh my goodness. Hi, Erin. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Yes, it is my birthday. I am really feeling good. I think I was I was in a weird mood all week, and I'm going to get into that because you guys know, I did not upload a single dang video this week, but in my mind, I had a good reason for that. So, just stuff. I have stuff to talk about today, and we'll kind of chat through that. I want to tell you all about my American Airlines adventure that I had. Please let me know if the stream is laggy because my husband and I are kind of doing a little experiment. He's playing an online game, while I'm streaming, and normally I make him get off of the video games when I do that. So we're going to see if we can share bandwidth. So if the stream starts acting kind of wonky, just let me know in the chat. That way I can go yell at him. Not yell at him, just gently tell him, get the hell off. So yeah, and it was my husband's birthday yesterday too. So we celebrate our birthday weekend together. We have a lot of fun. And last night we went out to a murder mystery dinner, and that was fun. So we did that to celebrate today. I don't have really anything serious, major going on today. I am going to work out after this. So as you can see, I'm in my workout gear. So I'm in my workout gear, and yeah, murder mystery. It was more of a comedy. It was really fun. We had a good time. And my husband, of course, solved the case. He didn't win. Somebody else at our table actually won, which was funny. But he got the right answer. And I just, I agreed with him with his answer, but I made up something different. So I obviously did not win. But it was fun. We had a really good time. So today, my plan is I'm going to work out after the live stream. And then I'm going to get myself some sushi for lunch because that's a thing I like to do on my birthday. I get myself sushi. And then I'm going to make what we call Polish dinner. For dinner, we're going to have kibasi, sauerkraut, pierogies, all that good stuff. And then the rest of the week, I'm just getting back on track. So I don't know. I have so much to tell you guys. I kind of don't know where to start. So why don't we kick off with non-scale victories? So if you have a non-scale victory that you want to share from the week, go ahead and plug it in to the chat there because I want to celebrate with you. Non-scale victories are really important. I think that's a really big thing to celebrate. And mine, and this is kind of a spoiler for my vlog that's going to come out on Wednesday, but my non-scale victory was that I didn't need a seatbelt extender on the airplane. I was so excited about that. My kids were basically making fun of me. They're like, why are you so excited about a freaking seatbelt? I'm like, you don't understand. I always had to ask, and that was a big thing. I think I told you guys this story once before. Of the time, like, I got on a flight, I boarded early and asked for the seatbelt extender because I hated asking when there were a bunch of people. But the flight attendant forgot. She forgot me, and so I ended up having to ask. This was the last time I flew. So I ended up having to ask again in front of all people, and it was just like very embarrassing for me. I hated asking for the damn thing. There were so many times I was like, I'll just suck it in the whole flight. Just dying on the airplane. So that was my big one. That was, and it was a huge victory for me. Huge victory for me. So I want to hear yours. So let's get to yours. Emily said, I have a lot less pain walking, and I can walk a lot longer these days. I've made my 10,000 steps more often than not, which is great. That's freaking amazing. Oh my gosh. Yes. Yay. I love that. Such a great victory when you can actually feel yourself physically improving, right? Sarah said, NSV, I'm fitting into size 14 and some 12 clothes. I started at a 22. Sarah, that's amazing. That's so awesome. I love it. I love it, love it, love it. Congrats. Erin said, my NSV is that I hopped over a cone while roller skating. That just gave me like a heart palpitation there. Congratulations on your NSV. That is definitely one of my goals too. Oh, thank you. That's amazing though. Gosh, I can't roller skate. I've tried and failed so many times. Like, I can't do it, and I envy people who can because it looks so fun. But I don't know. I have like some like serious lack of coordination or something. Jess said, oh my God, huge NSV. Yesterday, my training plan called for a 9-mile run, and I did it. Holy crap, Jess. That's freaking 9 miles running consecutively. That's amazing. That's amazing. Congrats. Thank you. Thank you. Hi, Teresa. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Frugal Mama, thank you. Jeanette said, my rheumatologist lessened my medication dose because I'm too small to be on the dose I was on before. And when he realized how much weight I had lost, he said, you did all that without surgery? What a compliment. That's amazing, Jeanette. I'm so happy for you. You've really changed your life, girl. Like, really changed your life. And you've done a lot. I'm so proud of you. Deanna cheering everybody on. So positive. Hi, Alexandra. Aw, thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I'm so glad you popped in. How are you, my friend? Caitlin said, I fit into... Oops, my chat just jumped. Caitlin said, I fit into a pair of pants that I used to before my weight gain. Not as comfortably as they used to fit, but I could pull them up and button them, which I could not 25 pounds ago. What a great NSV. I freaking love that. That's like one of my favorite things is like fitting into old clothes. I'm like this close to like being able to use some of my work clothes that I haven't really worn since like, I don't know, 2018. So I know that feeling. That's so awesome. Love it, love it, love it. Yes, these are all amazing victories. I agree. Yes, yes, yes. Yes. You guys are awesome. You guys are awesome. So excited. Hi, 10 Cent Story. Thank you. Thank you, thank you. Getting some lag. Dang it. All right, let me know if it clears up. If it's me, I'm going to go yell at Timothy. How are we doing? Everybody just give me a check-in. Like, is stream working? Everything going okay? Yep, Mom, refresh and see if it works. If it's just you. Is anybody else having... There was one hiccup, but it came back. It is lagging. Okay. Hold that thought. I'm gonna I'm going to come right back, okay? So hang on, hang tight. I'm going to go yell at my husband. Okay, so let me know if it comes back up. He's logging out of his game for me because he's a good guy. I kicked him off his game. So our experiment worked for a little bit though. Let me know if it pops back on. Give me an emoji if you're okay. Alex, I didn't yell at him. I just said, "Hey, I'm lagging." Let me know if it's working. I don't see a drop in viewers, so that's good. Jeanette's got it. Good. Okay. All right. I love it. Okay, perfect. So we're back in business. So, awesome non-scale victories, everybody. Amazing, amazing, amazing. Hi, Renee. How are you? So really great non-scale victories. Thank you all for sharing those. So I have so much I want to talk to you guys about. I think I'll start with, so I didn't do a weigh-in day video this week. Not because I didn't want to, but because I really had a tough week getting back on track. So really, I guess I should tell you like why I kind of had a rough week. Because I had just like a travel freaking nightmare, My trip was amazing. We had a blast. We just had an amazing time. But I don't know if y'all saw in the news. It came out in the news on Saturday, conveniently. But American Airlines apparently has a staff shortage. And so they canceled literally thousands of flights over the weekend. They canceled many flights, and all, of course, mine was included in that. So I guess I'll kind of get to you. I'll start the story from like where it started, like where the travel disaster started. So Saturday, we were supposed to be home Saturday afternoon. I should have been here in Tulsa by like 4:30. Well, I was very much looking forward to it. I'm like, this is an easy flight. We're going into Dallas. Dallas is like a 45-minute plane ride to Tulsa. It's not a big deal, right? So I get to the airport, get to Newark Airport on Saturday. And I go to the little kiosk thing. I check us in. I get my bag tags, put my bag tags on. I don't know if any of you have ever had the experience of being in Newark Airport, but like nobody there is nice. Okay, it's like it's pretty tough. Being in Newark Airport, period, is pretty tough. So, I tag my bags, bring them up to the little thing to drop them off, and the guy looks at me and he goes, "Your flight is so delayed that they're going to cancel it and you wouldn't make your connection. So you're going to have to rebook." And I go, okay, fine. So they direct me to this line, okay? This line to go up to the airport desk. They direct me to this line that is like a mile long, okay? There's literally maybe more than 100 people in this line. That's how long the line is. And of course, some of that's families and stuff. So I'm waiting in this line, and about like a quarter of the way that the line moves, they start pulling people out of this line who are on this 2:30 flight to Miami. Now, mind you, it's at this point, it's getting pretty close. it's getting pretty close to like 2:30. So they're pulling all these people out of the line. So like, I'm going to say probably 80% of that line was people that had 20 minutes to get to their flight to Miami. And they've got to check bags and do all this stuff. So huge line for the Miami flight. And I'm just like, okay, mic punch. And I'm just like, oh God, we're not going to move. Like, this line is not going to move for an hour because we got to deal with all these people that are trying to get on this flight. So then I get a text message on my phone that says, your flight has been canceled. Click here to rebook. I'm like, okay, no big deal. I'll just do it online. I prefer that. I'd rather not talk to people if I don't have to. So I go online. There are no flights anywhere that are going to get me where I need to go until Monday. And at this point, I'm like, what the hell? Monday. Now, this is okay because I'm in Newark, so I can stay with my family, okay? This is not the end of the world for me. So I wasn't going to go through all this debacle to like try and get on standby and wait in Newark Airport for however long. I'm like, okay, I'll just rebook the flight for 2 days from now. And it'll be no big deal. We'll just get on that flight. I'll go stay with my sister. So my poor dad, I call my dad and I'm like, hi Dad, I know you just dropped me off, but our flight is canceled and we cannot leave until Monday. So can you come get us? And my dad's like, what? So he comes get us, brings us over to my sister. We stay at my sister's till Monday, okay? So Monday comes, we get to the airport. It's like 6 o'clock in the morning, okay? It's so early. Oh, I'm missing chat. I'm so sorry. Von Sarah, hi. How are you? Jeanette said you had a heck of a time with AA. Yes, you have. God. Mrs. J, hi. Happy birthday to you. Oh, you sang happy birthday to me. You're so sweet. Thank you so much. Misty, hi. How are you? Jeanette just said, so Jeanette said, I'm just imagining Justin throughout all this. Did he rate the airport a 0 out of 10? 100%. Yes. Okay, anyway, sorry I missed your chat. Welcome to everybody who just popped in, okay? So here's the deal. So Monday, we get to the airport super early, okay? Check in, everything's going great, no problems. We're sitting in the airport waiting. Flight gets delayed. Flight to Dallas, okay, gets delayed. And we're like, all right, we got some time because we were going to have a little bit of a layover, in Dallas. Flight gets delayed. Then it gets delayed again. Then it gets delayed again, okay? Finally, we get on the plane. We still have a little time that will make our connection. We get to Dallas, and this is where the real shit show starts. Because it was just a disaster. So we're in the Dallas airport, and anybody who's been to if you've been to the Dallas airport, it's a huge airport. You got to ride trains around to all the different terminals. So we're waiting for our flight. We have about, 35, 40 minutes till it's supposed to start boarding. And this random thunderstorm rolls in for 5 minutes, okay? It's a 5-minute thunderstorm. No big deal, okay? It's literally, there's a little bit of lightning and the clouds move away and the sun comes back out. That happens down south. It's just a thing, all right? It happens down here. So now they're telling us that the plane that we're supposed to be boarding couldn't land because of the weather and diverted to Houston. Or San Antonio. I'm sorry, it was San Antonio. And we're like, that seems like an awfully far way to go for a 5-minute storm. Granted, I don't know anything about flying an airplane. I feel like they could have just maybe circled a little farther south or something. So now that flight is delayed. The flight to Tulsa is delayed. So it gets delayed again. So this is about 2 hours go by. In my professional opinion. Yeah. My professional avionic opinion. No big deal. Just go around it. Just go around. My flying experience really coming into play here, okay? So Gets delayed, I think 2.5 hours. Then they just out of nowhere are like, sorry, we're going to have to cancel it. There's no flights to Tulsa until Tuesday afternoon. And now I'm sitting in the Dallas airport. I have nowhere to go. I don't have my luggage, so I have no clothes, no makeup, no anything. And I'm like, shit. I need to get home. I was supposed to be in work on Monday, obviously, right? I'm like, I cannot miss another day of work. Like, this is going to be a disaster. My kid has band practice that she can't miss. Like, there's all this crap, right? Like, this, now it's starting to, like, really snowball into a big problem. So I wait in another long line, and I get up to the desk, and I'm like, look, will you guys help me with a rental car? Or there's a hotel in the Dallas airport, okay? I'm like, help me get a hotel room. I'm like, I'll manage if we have to get a flight to Tulsa on Tuesday. I'll manage it, okay? But, like, you guys need to help me with something. So the lady at the desk she goes, well, I can't help you with any of that. You'll have to call this phone number. And it's the customer service phone number for American Airlines. And I'm like, do you not do the same thing as the people on the phone? Like, why can you not do it? So, of course, Jeanette. Yeah, absolutely. So, I'm in this line and I'm like, look, just put me on standby, okay? I'm like, put me on standby for whatever the next flight is. And she goes, okay, well, I'm going to rebook you for the 4:30 Tulsa flight tomorrow, but we'll keep you on the standby list. That way, if something comes up, you can get on a plane. So, I get out of line. I finish there. Now, mind you, I'm crying hysterically this whole time because I'm just so frustrated. I reached, like, that brink where nothing can come out of my mouth without tears flowing as well. So my face is, like, puffed out to here from crying. I'm just freaking out. My kids are trying to calm me down, which, I mean, that's a bad sign right there. My kids are taking it in stride pretty much up until this point. Okay. So they basically offer me nothing. So I call the phone number. Okay. I'm like, all right, I'll call the phone number. The phone number, they're like, we're experiencing a high volume of calls. And I'm like, yeah, well, no shit. Like, you're canceling everybody's flights. We're experiencing a high volume of calls. We can call you back. The estimated wait time is 4 hours and 34 minutes. And I'm just like, I'm on my phone. Yeah, where's my phone? I don't have it here. I was going to give you a really good reenactment. I'm on my phone and I'm like, I'm sorry, 4 hours and 34 minutes? What? I don't have that kind of time. I'll hopefully be on a freaking plane by then. So, oh my God. So anyway, at this point we're on standby. I'm hysterical because now it's 3 days of bullshit, right? 3 days of crap that I'm having to deal with this freaking airline. And so we're sitting in the airport, right? So then, okay, so I'm checking the flight statuses as the day goes on of where the flights to Tulsa are. So we've been sitting in Terminal C this whole time, but all the flights are now in Terminal B. So nobody ever told us that any of the flight terminals changed. So there's all these other people sitting there too that are also on standby. There had to be 70 people on standby waiting for a plane to Tulsa. So here's the deal. Dallas to Tulsa is not that far. It's maybe a 4-hour drive. Depending on how you drive, it's 3.5 hours, okay? You can get there pretty quick. So I'm like, okay, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to see if I can get a rental car. And then I'm going to make American Airlines reimburse me for that crap because this is ridiculous. I go to the rental car place, okay? And they have, in the airport, it's like a little kiosk kind of thing with a guy standing there. There's 8 million people in line, and I see the line is moving really quick. And I'm like, okay, this can't be good. Why is this line moving so quickly? Because it takes a good amount of time to rent a car. You got to fill out forms. You got to show your insurance. You got to do all this. I'm like, why is this moving so fast? Y'all, they had one car. It wasn't even a car. It was a van, like a white van that tries to kidnap children. Like a free candy van is what I'll call it. They have one van with no seats, and it's $350 to rent it. They have no cars. And any of the cars that they do have are like huge SUVs or this van for $350 plus, okay? There's no rental cars. So there's no rental cars out of Dallas. Screwed. I'm like, okay, back in the standby line we go. Like, so we're sitting there. So now at this point, I'm so sorry. So Joe just made a really funny point. Hi, Carolyn. Hi to everybody who just popped in. Hi, Carolyn. Hi, Christina. I'm kind of going on like a tangent here. This is my whole story. Bull crap, okay? And thank you for the birthday wishes. Joe just made a great point. He said he's waiting for the part where I have to share a rental car with John Candy. So there is this old man, this old like Southern Oklahoma man who is like, I don't want to say he's creepy, but he's not somebody I would willingly get in a vehicle with. And he's behind me in line, and he says, well, if y'all are going to Tulsa, I'd be happy to ride with you and split the thing. And I'm like, something about this just is, I'm getting a vibe. And so I didn't have my kids with me in the line. I was like, no, I have young children, and they're terrible to travel with, sir, so I'm just going to wait for a plane. This close. Had he been a musician, I might have, a polka musician, I might have taken him up, but that was not the case. And I was just like, no, I'm going to trust my gut on this one. So, I don't have $350 to rent a car. I already spent all this money on a plane. American Airlines is being like extremely less than helpful. Here's the thing too, right? Like, I get crap happens, right? We know that, right? Stuff happens. But the attitude from the employees at American is really what ticked me off. The attitude was kind of like, too bad, so sad, you should have had a plan. I should have had a plan for you canceling every single flight that I'm on? How does one plan for that? How do I plan to get stuck in Dallas for 24 hours? And I'm just like, So that was terrible. American Airlines shit attitude. Frankly, pardon my French, but man, I'm passionate about this now. Really, really bad attitude. So finally, okay, it's like, I don't know. I think it's like 7:30, 8 o'clock, okay? And my kids have now learned that there's the little screen up on the wall. And the screen up on the wall shows the standby list, and it shows all your names. And if you light up in green on the TV, that means you got a seat on the plane. So my kids are watching the screen, and they're starting to get anxious because they're waiting for our names to light up green, and they're not lighting up green. And I'm like, okay, don't watch the screen. It's probably not accurate based on the way everything else has gone today. It's probably wrong. So at this point, I'm like, okay, I can't even talk to anybody without like tears rolling down my face because I'm just exhausted. We've been in the airport now over 12 hours. Yeah, over 12 hours we've been in airports. I'm starting to get like physically affected by this. My legs are swollen. My face is swollen from crying. So my sinuses are all congested. It's just freaking crazy, okay? So, and I missed the part. Oh, I didn't tell you the part where we had to go. In the Dallas airport, you have to take a little train to get to the different terminals. Otherwise, it's a 30-minute walk. So we're riding all these stupid little trains all around the airport. We went from Terminal A to B to C to D. It was like riding the monorail at Disneyland, only it was like a sad Disneyland. Like a very sad, this is the monorail of sadness. That's what we called it. So, finally, there's one lady who looks like she might be nice, okay? I'm like, I'm going to go talk to this lady. I've never been on standby for a flight before. I'm just going to go cry and see what that gets me. I'm desperate at this point. Like, I need to get the hell home. So I go up to this lady. I'm crying. I'm like, I'm here with my kids. They're getting upset. I don't know what to do. I've never been on standby. I need to get home. I've been trying to get home since Saturday. Like, please. I'm like, please help me. Please. I'm laughing now. It was not freaking funny. It was not funny at the time. Okay. It just was not funny. And so this lady is like explaining the standby process, and she says, well, once the plane boards, you know, we'll start sorting the seats after that. She's like, you guys are pretty high on the list, which the lady before me the last lady, the too bad so sad lady, must have like secretly done me a favor and bumped us higher on this list, because there were, I'm telling you, 1 million people in front of me. So she's like, you're pretty high on the list, so you have a really good chance of getting a seat. I'm like, so I'm not liking that she said a really good chance. I'm like, no, I need to know. I need to get home. So finally, another hour goes by, right? They board the whole plane, do whatever, and they start calling people up on standby. And we were the very first names called. Austin Party of 3 was called. And they bring us up, and we're in the front of the line. And my kids are like hugging me so hard. They're like, we're going home. Oh my God. Like, we're all like so just completely emotionally drained from the up and down, not knowing what's happening of the whole day. We're all like so freaking relieved. So we get on this plane, easy flight. Somebody was nice enough in the aisles, because we were seated separately. So I was going to have my 2 kids stay together, and then it would be me, and we were like a row apart. Those people were nice enough. They're like, no, let's switch. That way you guys can all sit together. So super nice. That was like a breath of fresh air. So really easy. It's such an easy flight from Dallas to Tulsa. I'm telling you, if it's 45 minutes, that's like the longest it could possibly be. It's so quick. So we land in Tulsa, and we're like, all right, let's go get our luggage. It says it's on this plane. We're good. Like, let's get it done. So we're standing there waiting for our luggage. And it just, there's a little carousel thing, going around. And we're like, well, where's our stuff? Our stuff is not coming out here. And we just have 2 suitcases, like nothing major. And I'm like, it's 11 o'clock at night now. Okay. So we're like, where's our stuff? It's not there. And I'm like, son of a beep. So I go up to this poor woman in the Tulsa airport who's running the baggage thing, because now there's a long line there of people checking on their luggage, because apparently everybody's luggage was not on this plane. So what happened was, there was one other plane that was set to land in Tulsa at midnight. Everybody that was on my flight to Tulsa, their luggage was on that airplane. So now we have to sit in the Tulsa airport and wait for that plane to land to get our luggage. I'm just like, at this point, I'm like, I need to go home. I'm going to lose my mind. So, just said, screw it, just leave it all behind. Believe me, the thought crossed my mind of just coming back tomorrow and getting it. Like, Tim, come get us. I can't. But I was like, you know what? I will vomit if I have to look at an airport. Again, I can't. I just can't. And who the heck knows what would have happened to it at that point, too, right? Like, shady as heck. So finally, midnight comes, that plane lands, and we get our luggage, and we go the heck home. So we got home at I think it was 1 o'clock in the morning on Tuesday morning. But here's the thing. And like I said, okay, I can deal with crap happens, mistakes are made, but the biggest problem of all of it was that they just didn't give a crap. And so if anybody works at American Airlines or knows somebody who does, they have a serious customer service issue. Because I've been on a flight. The last time I flew, we also had a delay. The pilot for our flight called out sick. And so we had to wait 8 hours for another one. This was in Newark Airport. We had to wait 8 hours. But Delta, that was on Delta. And Delta was like super apologetic. They bought us sandwiches from Wendy's. They when I emailed them about it, they were like, "Oh my gosh, we're so sorry." They had us pick like $500 in gift cards to like kind of compensate us for the deal. And my kids were younger at that time. They were 2 years younger, so they were, I mean, my son especially was little. But it was just, I mean, it was just awful. And they just didn't care. They just didn't care. And I kind of felt like, I'm like, did they know this was going to happen? And they just were like, oh, well, because I booked this flight months ago. How did they not have enough staff or know that it was coming? Anyway, so that was my travel drama. And that's what led up to my crappy week, okay? I was physically affected by this as well as mentally. Big time. So physically, my legs were swollen. I can't show you right now. They're back to normal now. It took a week for the swelling to completely go down in my legs from being up and down, sitting, running around like all day in a freaking airport. So my legs were like severely, severely swollen, and they swell from flying as it is, but from just sitting around, and airports are not like the most comfortable places to sit. So that was a big problem for me. I could not, my left leg was swollen worse than my right. And it was actually causing me issues with my knee. My left knee, was hurting. So I had like, if you ever heard of like water on the knee, I had that. So it was just kind of like, I had to deal with that all week. Mentally, I was like so like exhausted. I ended up going to work on Tuesday. Okay. I logged in late, cause I do have the luxury of working from home, which I'm so appreciative of, especially for like a situation like this. So I logged in late on Tuesday. I couldn't even finish sentences, guys. Like I was like, every time I talked, I would like trail off. And that's not like me. That's not like me. Like sometimes like I'll go off on a tangent, but this wasn't the case. It was just like I was in the middle of talking and I was like, I don't know what I'm trying to say. Like I'm so sorry. Like I had to apologize multiple times during a work meeting. I'm like, I'm so sorry. I don't know if I have like brain fog from this or what. But it was horrible. It was horrible. So I didn't exercise all last week. I didn't sleep right all last week. I had a lot of trouble like getting back to sleep. And then Friday I did weigh myself. I did weigh myself. I knew better than to weigh myself immediately when I got home because I was so badly swollen. So when my ankles returned to normal, because I think I've told you guys like when the universe created me, it was like, we're going to make her really, really thin in her wrists and her ankles, but she'll be big everywhere else. It'll be so great. It's like the weirdest thing. So I have like really skinny ankles. But right now, they're completely back to normal. I do have a picture. I'll try and post it on Instagram. I took a picture like 2 days in on how they were still swollen. I should have taken a picture when they were first, like when I first got home, because they were so bad. I mean, they were so bad. So yeah, so I weighed myself on Friday. And it wasn't too bad. I ate, like, listen, guys, I ate on vacation. Like, there's some food and stuff that is in New Jersey that you cannot get where I live currently. So I ate. I had a good time, okay? Like, I didn't go bonkers. Like, I wasn't eating more on purpose, but I was eating the things that I wanted to eat. I didn't. A calorie? What's that? Like, that was kind of my deal. So I weighed in at, I think it was 235.4. And the week before that, before I left, I was 231. So that was a 4.4 pound gain. That's amazing to me. I was completely fine with that. I'm like, great. So I'm getting through my birthday weekend. And I'm just going to have fun. We had fun yesterday. I'm going to have fun today. I have my food planned out though for today. And one thing I did accomplish throughout the week was I'm doing the meal plan, like how I did no sleep till Jersey. I made it again. I just extended it out a little longer. So I've got like my weeks of eating like planned out because my plan is loose. It's really flexible. Planned out until July 31st. So I'm really proud of that and I'm really excited. to do that. So there's all my updates from the last week, and I will be putting out a vlog this week. My goal is Wednesday because that's my upload day, but if not, it'll be a little late. It's not a big deal. But I want to put together a vlog because we really did have so much fun in New Jersey. It was unfortunate that we had the travel issues that we did because it kind of like, I don't want to say it marred the trip, but it was like, it was not the way you want to end a vacation, right? Like, it's one thing if it's in the beginning, but it's completely another when it's at the end and you just want to go home. You're tired because we walked. Anybody, and Deanna, I don't know if Deanna's still in here. Mrs. J is still in here. They're in my Steps Challenge group. And especially when Mrs. J is in my Steps Challenge group on Fitbit, she's hard to beat. But I won that week. I won the Fitbit challenge that week because we did a tremendous amount of walking, running around. Jeanette, we didn't, and here's why. I'm going to get caught up on chat in a second here, guys. I don't mean any disrespect. I did not get to meet up with Aaron. My dad lives by himself. His long-term girlfriend passed away a couple years ago, so he just lives on his own. He doesn't really do much. So when we come to visit, my dad makes up for lost time and just books the whole week solid with things to do. So we were like running around all over, and by the time I was like ready to like figure out my days, my dad had completely booked every single day. We did something every single day. There were no rest days. So I actually said, my dad's like, I had so much fun, you should just come back in another month and we'll do it again. And I was like, no. I was like, if the next time that we come, we're building in rest days, okay? We're not doing every single day. We're not doing something, not doing it. Because I don't really get to, like, I didn't get to visit with my, my husband's side of the family is also up there, and I would like to go see them. I would like to, see some of my friends that I haven't seen in a long time, and I just haven't had time, because the last 2 times I went up, my dad just books the whole trip solid. A nice surprise, though, and I don't know if my mom is still in here. She was in here earlier, but a nice surprise. My mom came up for a couple days, so on Sunday when I got there, I got to see my mom, and I hadn't seen my mom in a long time, not since my nephew was born. So, or my first nephew was born, I should say. So I got to see my mom, which was a really nice surprise. Yeah, I was like, and my he's a freaking 60-year-old man, and he's like going on roller coasters and all these crazy rides. I'm like, Dad, calm down. Yeah, so it was a great trip. I'm actually really excited to show you guys some of the stuff that we did get to do. So that was fun. So, what was the other thing I wanted to tell you about? That was my story. I know it was kind of crazy, and I'm sorry it took me like 40 minutes to tell that story, but it was just such a debacle. So let me get caught up on chat here. Caitlin said, you have to tweet at them. That's how change happens these days. They'll respond when everyone can see they're effing up. I wish I would have thought of that. That was probably a great idea. Jeanette said, when I read the article about AA canceling flights, they just didn't seem to care how negatively this decision was going to affect thousands of people. Bingo. Agree. Emily said, right now airlines are more concerned about the bottom line. Their perspective is that they have lost a lot over the last year and they need to recuperate their loss. Customer service is way down on the list. Also bingo. Yeah, it was just wild. So that's my story. I gained a little bit on vacation. Am I sweating it? No. I thought it was going to be worse, actually. I think the last time, I wasn't weighing myself the last time I went on vacation, but I've posted pictures of like how different. I don't know how I did it the last time. Like, I was in much better physical shape this vacation. And so it worked. I mean, I was able to do a lot. I never felt like exhausted. We did a lot of walking because we did things like Six Flags Great Adventure. We were down the shore 2 days. We went to the Museum of Natural History in New York City, which if you've ever been there, it's 5 floors of exhibits and all kinds of stuff. And we didn't even see all of it. So we did that. We went to a zoo one day. We did all kinds of stuff. So it was it was a really great trip. I can't wait to show you guys. That'll come out hopefully this Wednesday. But yeah, I did miss you guys though. And I don't like not uploading. It's been very hard for me to get back in the flow. But I think a lot of those, like the physical and mental side effects that I experienced from all that travel disaster is starting to kind of like simmer down. So hopefully, my plan is I'm working out right after the live stream. So in just a few minutes, I'm going to wrap up and finish up and then I'm going to go to the track while the sun is shining because it's supposed to rain here for the next week. And then I've got, like I said, I got my meal planned, very flexible. If I have to change stuff, I can, but I have a good solid plan that really worked well leading up to New Jersey. So I think that'll work really well going into July because July I don't have anything going on, which I'm just like, thank God. I need just to like chillax a little bit. So yeah. So how have you guys been? Anything that you need to tell me? Did I miss anything crazy? I don't think so. I haven't even watched videos. I haven't done anything. I've just been kind of a slug all week. A slug that drinks a lot of water because I've been trying to get this extra fluid or whatever out. I was just drinking water like crazy. Is my chat not working? Hold on. Mrs. J said, I love that your dad planned it all out. How sweet, but relaxing and just hanging out is nice too. I know. We're going to build that in next time for sure. All right, guys. Well, if you're in my Caffeine and Calories Facebook group, I'm going to post a thing for topics because starting next week, we'll get back in our regular flow where it won't be this like 40-minute story time of my American Airlines nightmare. But next week, we're going to get back to regular weight loss support chat topics. So yeah, so I'm looking forward to that, but I want your ideas. I like talking about the things that you guys want to talk about because obviously like a very important thing for me is like it's about us. It's not, this stream is not about me. Today it's about me because it's my freaking birthday and I had this story to tell you, but normally it's about you guys and it's about us. So I want to get those topics from you for some streams moving forward, and I will try to get to all of them. So Sarah's therapy session. It really is. It really is. Jess. Emily said, not much happening here. Work. Yeah, that's going to be me for the next couple weeks. I have like some huge presentations coming up this month that I'm like, I got to get myself in the right headspace for that. Jeanette moved, and it looks like I accidentally brought Texas up to the Pacific Northwest. We're supposed to be getting a record-breaking heat wave this week. I saw that. I saw 108. That's Oklahoma. That's Oklahoma. You brought the whole South with you, girl. It's been 100 here all week long. So I was like, I guess of all the weeks, this is the best week for me to not be going outside and working out. So it's just crazy. Awesome. I'm so glad we got to catch up today, guys. I really appreciate you listening to me rant this whole time. But if you are going to be traveling anytime soon and your flight is on American Airlines, you might want to see if you can get transferred to another airline because I didn't see anybody else having this issue. It was primarily American Airlines, and it was just a hot mess. So anyway, Caitlin said, I had some challenges myself this week, but not at all related to traveling. I'm glad. I appreciate you reminding me things can go wrong during travel. Boy, howdy, can they? It's so good to see everybody, Emily. I'm so glad you were here. Frugal Mama, thank you. And thank you for all the birthday love. I was really excited. I'm excited. I'm happy it's my birthday. I don't know. I was in kind of like a weird mood all week. And I was like, and so was my husband. And so I think I mentioned earlier, but my husband's birthday was yesterday. So we were both kind of in like this weird mood all week. And I was like, there's nothing bad going on though. Like the travel debacle's over. Like we should not be in this funk. And I'm like, it had to be something like leading up to our birthday. That's the only thing it could have been, right? So I don't know if I was like feeling weird about it. Because now everybody like, I'm turning 38 today. Now everybody's like, oh, you're getting really close to 40. And I'm like, no, I'm not. I don't know why I have this like weird thing about turning 40. I never ever cared. I never started caring about like my age until I started getting like, I think 35 was the first year that I like cared. Is that weird? Like, is that weird? It's crazy. I got in a big funk after my birthday. Yeah, I don't know why that is. And like, I get like, I'm not a big like we're not party animals or anything like that. Like we don't do stuff like that. So it's not like I don't make a big fuss about my birthday typically, but I like it. I enjoy it. You know, I'm like happy it's my birthday, obviously. And I don't know, it's just weird. It's just weird. I don't know why they like that. Joe said, at our age, we should be able to delay our birthday until we feel into it. It should be like an American Airlines birthday. Just delay and cancel until you're damn ready. Jeanette said, also, why do people have to say that? I know. Aw, Mom. My mom said it was so good to hug my firstborn baby girl and see my firstborn granddaughter and grandson. Aw, love you, Mom. It was so good to see you. Oh, Frugal Mama, I love this. Tasharia said, they say 40 is the new 30, so reset. Oh my God. So funny. So funny. Jess said, I just turned 38 yes, June babies. I just turned 38 a couple weeks ago. It's no big deal. I know. I don't feel like it's a big deal today, but like, why was I in a weird ass mood about it all week? So strange. Misty said, I was excited to turn 40, but I am weird. Next month I will be closer to 50 than 40. Oh my goodness. I think I'm just going to embrace it. You know, I would like to. Ultimately, I think I never put like really like a timeline for my weight loss. That's why I lose it as slow as I do, because I don't really care how long it takes me. Although I've had people like make comments, they're like, why is it taking you so long? I'm like, I don't know. Because I'm fat. Like, I don't know what to tell you. I don't know how to answer that question. Why is it taking me so long? I don't know. Could be because I have binge eating disorder. I have no idea. Sorry I'm not meeting my weight loss goals on your timeline for me. Such a strange thing to say. But I think if I could do it by the time I turn 40, that's like a very long time away. It is a very long time away. 2 years is a long time. If I can do it by the time I turn 40, I'd be like going into my 40s in like the best condition of my life. I think that's like, it sounds really good. I don't know. It's kind of fluffy, but like, I don't know. But that's why I don't put time things on, because if it happens, it happens. If it doesn't, I'll get there when I get there, right? I love my birthday. I was waiting for my 50th, and even during COVID, it was amazing. Aw, you had your 50th birthday during COVID? Stupid COVID. I hate that it... I'm not going to get into it. That's like a whole rant, but... My 40s have been life-changing. Wish I had started earlier, but oh well. Misty, you know what? I feel like my 30s have been that way too. Like, I really feel like I just kind of embraced myself. I embraced myself more in my 30s. I'm like, you know what? I like nerdy shit. Like, that's who I am. I like weird stuff. That's who I am. This is who I am. I'm not apologizing for it. I probably got more liberal in my 30s too. So yeah. Aw, this March it was amazing on Zoom with people from all over the world. How cool is that? Aw. Well, I'm glad you made the best of it. That's really awesome. Anyway, guys, I'm going to go get to working out. It was so great catching up with you guys. And I appreciate you for listening to all of that. We're going to get back in the flow of normal stuff. So I am going to put that topic request in the Facebook group later today. So be sure to keep an eye for that. If there's anything weight loss related or just healthy lifestyle change related that you want to talk about, I really, really want to know. So like get those creative, that could be my birthday gift from you guys, okay? Get those creative juices flowing and give me some topics later, okay? When I post that in the Facebook group. And I think everybody who's in here is in there. So just be sure to look for that. And yeah, that's all I got. Does anybody need anything? Anybody need literally anything before I sign out here? Aw, thank you guys. Yeah, I'm gonna celebrate 38. I'm very excited. I'm excited for my sushi later. Oh, and I'll show you guys the birthday cake. Oh my god, the birthday cake. It's a surprise. Well, I know what it is. It's not a surprise for me, but I'm getting a birthday cake. It's for me and Timothy. So he doesn't know what it is. It'll be a surprise for him. It's cute. I wanted a Demon Slayer birthday cake, but I couldn't get it. So I had to get something from the cake book at Walmart. Come back and leave a comment what you think it might be. All right, guys. Until next time, which will be next Sunday. I'm not going to do any of this like weird not doing things for a while. So until next time, I'll see you real soon. And thank you again for all the birthday wishes.